Hello everybody, hope you all doing well. Today it's weather's a little bit nicer out. We got a little break in the sky. You can see back here, got a little bit of clouds, which is super sweet because it's just been crappy weather for like 2 weeks straight, and I'm getting real sick of it. Dad is over here with his airboat right there. He's getting that thing fired up. He's doing a whole bunch of work on that. So everybody's working on a boat, you know? So today I'm gonna try to get my engine aligned with my shaft, and maybe track down some transmission and cooling lines and all the through holes and everything I need like that. Got my Dodger on here since it's been so rainy out lately. Come here. Oh yeah, it's a little tight. All right. Here we are at home sweet home. She's a little messy because, you know, I'm working on the thing. Over here we got the engine all put in, the transmission and shaft hooked up. Don't mind the noise out there. Sounds like a freaking aircraft. Anyhow, so like I said, gonna try to at least get like 2 things done today. Find some tubing and all that good stuff. One thing I do need to get done today is seal my mast base because it's been leaking a little bit. See down here we got just a little bit of water. I sealed the outer base of it, but there's still some bolts and stuff that I need to seal up, so I will grab some 5200, probably razor blade, scrape the old silicone off, and give her a new seal job when it's dry out. Don't mind the sounds. I constantly have semis rolling through with their Jake brakes and stuff on. But so here's my mast base. Around the outside here is where I resealed the 5200 already. But these old bolts here, these are all leaky. So I'm just gonna rip all that old silicone out and give her a seal job. Up all the old silicone out. Now it's time to go ham with some 5200. Alrighty, well, I got it all sealed up. Now she just needs to dry and she's good to go. The next thing I'm going to do is drill a hole and put a little return nipple on there for the engine. So I'm just going to go right there. Alright, so just got a tap here. I'm going to tap this hole. Start with the smaller one. It's much too small. The bigger one. Perfect. Bam, there we go. I just need to put our return line on there. Oh yeah, nice, snug. that end is finished. Now I'm just working on the cooling system for the transmission and V-drive. I got this piece goes in between the Jabsco, the heat exchanger, and then it pulls off water to run through these systems. So I'm gonna work on that right now. Just gotta cut up a new piece of this 1 inch for my cooling. Alrighty, here we are. I'm gonna use a razor blade from now on. That was way too hard. Alright, I'll light up the stove and boil that hose in some water to shape it and open it really quick. There we go. I gotta find something to boil this thing in. Give me a sec. Boiling away. Super excited. The first thing I'm cooking in the boat, some rubber tubing. So here's what we're doing. We have to have a hose going in between there and there. And in between, we gotta put this little outlet. So I'm gonna put, this is gonna go pop in there. And then that hose has gotta go from here to here. And it's gotta be flexible. So that's what I'm heating it up for over here. So we're gonna get that really nice and heated up. I'm gonna grab it out, put those two connections on, bend it to where it needs to be, and let it sit and then cure. And then we'll have our new bent hose. Looking good. Looking good. Making me hungry. I'm just gonna let it boil for a while. It still feels pretty solid. We're gonna let it get real nice and pliable. Oh yeah. I gotta try to get it on here without it having a kink. That is the hard part. Yeah, it definitely has a kink in it, so maybe. I realized later that it doesn't really matter because it's on the high pressure side of the Jabsco, so it's just going to be pushing water through that if there's a kink or not. I mean, it's not going to like completely suck closed like I was worried of, so that's no biggie. But I decided to heat it up anyway and try to get it nice and pliable and work that bend into it and let it sit and get hard again, and it worked out pretty well in the end. Alright, that's looking good. Now that it's cooled down a little bit, it's starting to keep its form. Alright, we got that piece installed. Next up is these raw water lines that go through the little water jacket and the V-drive. I'm gonna replace this line and it's gonna go up, yep, hook onto that nipple. Alright, so first I'm gonna measure how long I need it, just by eye, by holding it up. So, starts down here. We'll just pop it on this little guy. Okay, that's where it's gonna come from. We need, give us a little extra slag right there. Alright. Cut it off there. Okay. There we go. It's much easier than trying to wrestle it off there. See it? That would have never came off. Alright. It's looking, it's a little rust in there, but to be expected if you're running raw water through it. Doesn't look bad though. Boop. 1, 2, 3. And onto your new home. Your pipe. 3/8 or 5/8 pipe. Get on there, boy. Oh, I got lucky and put the hose clamps on all right. I wasn't even thinking about it. now I gotta pop one up on top, right there. Tighten this bad boy. Then our first cooling line is done. This pushes water, this line pushes water through V-drive, and then it goes out that through hole. It's kind of janky looking, but it'll work. So we're basically going to do the same thing on this side, replace the hose, hook it up right there. Both water cooling lines are completed. Goes in there, goes out that through hole. We're done. Alright, well I'm going to test this out, fire it up. Got some water up there, see how it circulates. Make sure I don't have any leaks. So glow plugs a little bit. Alright, off, and there we go. It's working. Shut her off, she sucks down all the water. Alright, next up is to make a bracket for the shifter cable. So I'm going to take a piece of steel off here, make a little L, and then run a bolt through here. And that will hold it right there so I can shift. So I'm going to go machine one up. Alright, so I got a piece of steel here. Got it marked out. I'm just going to cut out a little section and go for it. Alright, there we are. Now we just gotta put it in a vise, bend it. Thing's super hot. Alright, here we go. Here's our bracket. Let's see if this thing works. Oh! Fuck me. Alright, put this up on the top bolt. Gonna see how it works up there. That looks pretty good. Give that a shot. Right, I'm gonna give it a try up top. I had to mess around with it for a second, but I eventually moved the throttle cable to the top control horn on the shifter, and it worked much better. Alright, we're gonna try it out, fire it up, and see if it goes in gear.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.